The initiative is a public-private partnership implemented to identify varieties that are both suitable and adaptable to the country's climate conditions, which ultimately will give impetus to the overall yield of soybean in Zimbabwe, which currently sits at below 40,000 tons annually. Consequently, the country is incurring huge costs importing soybean and crude oil, which has squeezed treasury of foreign currency. The expectation is that the partnership between Zimbabwe and the African Agricultural Technology Foundation on soybean production will grow hectareage output from the current 5 tons per hectare to at least 7 or 9 tons per hectare.
The objective is to identify varieties that have been found suitable elsewhere in the world and select them for local adaptability.
Improved yields would not only lead to significant reduction on the trade deficit accrued through soya imports, but will also open opportunities for exports where demand for the commodity is high.
Currently, the situation in Zimbabwe is we have farmers producing up to 30,000 metric tons, but the market is demanding 300,000 metric tons for the food industry and also for oil expression. So we do have that gap in supply and demand in soybean. So what we hope to achieve through these trials is to identify high-performing and high-yielding varieties which the farmers can take up here in Zimbabwe and help us bridge that gap.
The trials for the varieties have been concluded, with full optimization of these varieties by local farmers expected within the next 2 years.
Compared with these varieties, that's what we are trying to check to see whether we can have varieties, whether we can identify varieties that yield better than what we have, or varieties that are tolerant to diseases that threaten soybean production in our country.
The African Agricultural Technology Foundation has worked with 8 countries under the same initiative, recording impressive results. And the hope is that Zimbabwe will utilize this deep pool of expertise to overturn its highly unsustainable import figures on soybean. Theophilus Chuma, ZBC News, Harare.